This tune started with this beautifully raw, sad, emotionally charged piano. And it turned into this.
The fire between us is calling me, haunting me for your touch.
I flipped a Keaton Henson piano into a liquid drum and bass tune, got it cleared legally, and now it's about to hit 1.5 million streams. So this is how I made City Angels. Let's play the original sample.
Hallelujah, I'm saving you up, all for the day you leave. I held you in while you shed your skin.
The first time I heard this track, I had the same reaction. It just, like a fucking sucker punch. And I know what the song's about as well, so it's very personal. So Keaton wrote this song about his late father. So super emotional, hauntingly emotional piano and vocals. And I remember when we were clearing the sample, I didn't notice at the time, when we were clearing the sample, the management told us, look, this is very personal, this record. And at that point, you know, I was like, okay, this is not gonna happen. This is too meaningful. But I guess he heard what we did and was happy to let us use it. And it's a very different context, you know, the way I took this piano and used it again is very different to this. I don't feel like I'm taking that emotion away from this. It's impossible to, it's a masterpiece, but I'm reinterpreting that piano just in a different way. I still feel it holds some emotional feeling, or the essence if you like, but it's a totally different meaning. So yeah, I heard that. So the piano is from the intro, got it into Serato. And then put those cuts in, we got it onto the pad. And then before you knew it, I had a drum loop going and I just knew it would work. Super simple two-step. And I remember thinking, pitch. And then, you know, we've just got a few simple things going on there. Really nice bit of reverb. And then I've got a little bit of isotope vinyl that is just taking it in and out of tune ever so slightly to make it feel more sampley. And then we're hitting it with the old classic compressor. And then in the mix, you got this kind of we've obviously got a filter just to give it that, just to cut those off, because obviously in DnB you want that kind of space in the track, and especially I was bringing a vocal to it. So we're just filtering, we're giving it space. When you play it all together, I used the Moog for the sub, printed to audio. I just like to work that. I've still got the MIDI here if I ever need it, but super simple. And then we've got this kind of phrase at the end of each 8. You've got these like guitar chords, just drenched in reverb, and this weird pitched down vocal. I'm trying to remember where that was from. Do you know what? I don't even know where that was from. Just adds that kind of ambience, that texture. It drops really minimally with just the piano and the bass, but it starts to open up, and we bring in these strings here. which are played by Winslow, a very talented producer that I've known for a long time from the US. We didn't plan any of it. We kind of just, it was just all natural. I'd sent a kind of a loop over to Duncan, and he just laid this beautiful little piece down. And then I've ended up thinking, this works so well before a vocal comes in. We've got this beautiful vocal from Milo.
I'm so tired of trying to be me, tired of running these streets, so
Having that break in the vocals lets you appreciate what was just sung. It's like space to let it breathe.
The fire between us.
And then we're back in. And we've got this like mad glockenspiel. This was from Contact, bounced out. Which is a really interesting pattern to play in a tune like this, but it just, when you listen to it all together.
The fire between us.
And anyone who's listened to my music knows I love call and response, like I lean on it heavily. And this, what you trying to say? I don't quite know yet. And it kind of like, it talks and it responds. And it's the same, actually, you know, it's the same with the piano, right? That's the first question. What are you saying? I don't know yet. Question. Response. It can just create a really nice loop when you ask a question and respond to it. It's just satisfying. It's satisfying for the listener. Yeah, interestingly with this, we got Dion to jump on and do a rap, but usually a rap is on beat most of the time. But in this track, it was, I think originally it was on beat, but ended up becoming like the breakdown, which is an odd thing to do, but it kind of just worked.
Made a paradise for you and I rang the bell just so I knew the time. Do you hear me, do you not? Pick the power from the pedal, or flower from the pedal till it...
Reverbed out piano just to back him up.
From afar, you might not hear it, but...
There's a nice little effect going on here. We like just rise up at the end of that kind of 16. We're writing in Supermassive. I do need to really say thank you to Keaton Henson for agreeing to letting me sample that beautiful song. There is no question that that sample is the tune, and I'm very grateful for that. But what's interesting is when we've brought in these new elements, those strings from Duncan, the two vocalists, and we've sped it up and we've made it into this kind of liquid soulful drum and bass tune. I find it fascinating. It's old enough now where I can kind of step back and listen to it as if I didn't make it, and it's really interesting just hearing the two. I feel like, I hope it's still quite an emotional track, and we brought through some of that with it, and that comes across. Well, you can let me know, I guess. And then what was super cool as well is we ended up going and making this really cool video, which you can look up on YouTube. Mitekiss, City Angels, made by Jamie Crumpton and Sam Wright. That's when I used to have hair. Milo in the middle there, and then Dion on the outside. Shot in Croydon, the fabulous town I was born in. Really cool drone shots of Croydon and captured the mood. We actually shot this during COVID, so check this out. We had to wear masks on the bus. I love this shot down Surrey Street Market. A simple hello could lead to a million. It's quite ironic that it says a simple hello could lead to a million things, because a simple hello to Keaton got us 1 million streams. It was so cold. I remember it being freezing. You can see it on his breath. This guy, right, saw us filming on the bus, and he said, would you mind if I sung you a song? And he started playing. You can see Milo starting to film it. He started playing a song on his phone, and he sung along to it for about 3.5 minutes. We did film the whole thing. It was quite surreal. And we even got off the bus, and he came with us and started walking down the street filming it. It was Absolute jokes. I'll see if I can dig out some of the raw footage and I'll slice it in.
We're gonna jump up.
Sweet baby. Nothing is missing in this love. Sweet darling. Sweet baby.
Big ups to everyone who supported this track. One of my best performing tracks. It's City Angels with Milo Mera and Dion. And big shout out to Keaton, Winslow, Jamie, Sam, Hospital Records. Anyway, look, make sure to give us a subscribe, follow. Let's keep this channel going, shall we? Peace.